Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, like to welcome you to the garage, home of the worldwide mechanics. I'm your lead mechanic, Mike Rashawn. As always, hit me with the like, hit me with the hype, hit me with the subs. It's the fastest way to show your boy love. In the meantime, in between time, get on in here. Get your coveralls, get your tool belt. Let's get this thing on the rack and see where we at. If you have checked the topic, you know that we are discussing Diligence 2 because everybody and their mother on my last live could not wait to talk about this album. And I didn't want to bring it up until folks had a little bit more time to digest it. I figured between point A and point B, maybe some people have some insight on the album. Want to let me know what you think. Riz, what up? I see you first on the check-in. Salute. Oh no, excuse me. Second on the check-in. Didn't mean to disrespect, bro. Second on the check-in. I'll give everybody their just due around these parts. Yeah, thank you for pulling up. And I need to start this. Hold on a second. Because I really do need to start this with an apology. Calabas has popped in first. Oh, you're new here. You're asking me where I'm from. You're new here. You're brand new around these parts. Method, you haven't checked it out, chat, man? Go peep that. Not for nothing, and not bragging or anything, but it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid project. I think you'll be happy to go see it. Just in the building. What up? What up? What up? Sister Goodmeal herself. I like that. That might be a thing. Sister Goodmeal. That might be a thing. Executive Coaching for Peace. What up? Oh, Mike. I'm halfway through. You know what, Meth? I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna apologize because I haven't gone to check the Ransom album out yet. So you got me. You got me 100% because I gotta go peep that. I have to go peep that. Even though I think Ransom took a shot at me once in a bar, which was funny. Like you know everything like Mecca. Think you know it all like Mecca. Something like that. I'll never forget that. It's the first time like a rapper's actually taking a shot at me, and we weren't rapping. Like that almost felt like I made it. It was crazy. Oh, she got sweet potatoes in the oven. Well, one sweet to another sweet. Go get your potatoes on my. Yeah, I gotta go check that Ransom album. Um, she's right. She's right. The lady's right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. You're right. You're right, sugar. You're right. YR Dre, what up? What's the good word? Courtesy of the one big sister Sugar. I'm doing this now because she shames me constantly in these chats because I never do it. How am I doing? Pretty fair for a square. We've been super busy lately. I meant to tell y'all, first of all, apologies for not pulling up yesterday, but I got a great explanation. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason, and it's a pretty good reason. Let's let's start from the beginning. Yesterday, I did an interview, but I was interviewing Busta Rhymes. Oh, shout out to Just. Started off with a $20 super chat, and if you know her, you know that's just her fucking around. I almost feel like she's baiting somebody when she does stuff like that. But we honestly know if you're not new here, you know Just is just fucking around. That's it's like she wants to fight and she's trying to pick one. Speaking of which, I do have a question, but let me finish going through the day. Yesterday, I interviewed Busta Rhymes as an official member of Infamous Radio, aka Havoc from Mobb Deep. Asked me to come in and co-host with him on his new show on Sirius. So here I am. Executive coaching for peace, $10 super chat. Salute. Listen. You don't want the smoke. Just let's keep it peaceful. You don't want to do that. Let's just keep it peaceful. You don't want this with just. And here he goes. Let's go. Just. Bro. It's like you. Am I here? Does anybody hear me? Anybody just? Yeah, exactly. Sugar. Like, are you seeing this? And Just was trying to see. Look, Just trying to get her good meal on. Said everybody drop five. Everybody drop $5 in the super chat. That's just being just, but that's a different side of Just. I'm not used to, but that's dope. But that's Just on her good meal, and executive coaching for peace with that name gonna choose violence. And now here's Just what with the. Sugar, you singing this? I'm not by myself. And just with 10. Mike threw in 2. That's a shot for Mike because he's always doing the water check thing. The executive coach for peace. You better laugh. Chill out. Don't do that. Don't do that. This woman eats lobster and other people in the chat for the good meal she be talking about. Just is just justing. Okay, Riz. Yep, Riz. First pin drop of the night. Way to go, Riz. That was a good one. Even Justice laughing. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yes, yesterday was crazy. Infamous Radio. Shout out to Havoc. Queens get the money. Hit the like, hit the sub. Sugar's right. Hit the like, hit the sub. But yeah, Infamous Radio on Sirius Shade 45 Radio. We interviewed Bust. Havoc and I got a dope interview with Busta. It was fantastic. Really had a good time talking to the homie. My questions weren't what they normally are because journalistic integrity on the line. I don't want to. I'm already going to be biased. I'm already compromised. He and I have a prior relationship where we work together, so I'm not going to ask some of the things that I could ask, especially since I know the answers to them already. And secondly, I don't rock like that. I don't blow up the family off the strength of. But turns out it wasn't necessary because Havoc of Mobb Deep is a very good interviewer. I could put gas on it and say he's good because he's interviewing somebody who he's known for 30 plus years and who he was doing his first 3 albums side by side in the same studio as this guy. They both had rooms next door to each other in the studio that they used to put together their first 3 albums. I could put gas on that, but the fact is Havoc was just really, really good at what he was doing. So salute to Hav. That was dope. As soon as I leave that interview, which I had to get up early to go do, as soon as I leave that one, break out of Shade 45, I got to go get ready for the Mech and Gat show. We had 2 interviews yesterday. Back to back. You got to bring a change of clothes so people can't tell that you were just in there all day interviewing the same person. Plus, it helps to get a little fresher. You don't want to be as, funky. Not that you get funky, but it's still cool to get fresher. The first interview did not show up. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I'm not gonna put any dirt on anybody. But the first interview didn't show up, so I brought a change of clothes for nothing, and we ended up sitting in there waiting for the second interview. Thankfully, the second interview showed up. Now he was later than I would have liked for him to be. He was late. He's about we were expecting him at 7. He showed up closer to 9. We expected him at 7. When that became obvious, he called in and said it was going to be 8, and then he ended up showing up at 9. And that pissed me off super bad because I really wanted to go to Black Milk Show. I really wanted to go to Black Milk Show. He was having a show in Brooklyn. Shout out to Black Milk, longtime producer, super dope producer. He produced one of the beats on Spaz off Busta Rhymes and Dilla's album DILLAgence 2. A track called Spaz has 3 separate beats on it. The first one is Dilla, the last one is Kev Brown, the second one, first one is Dilla, last one is Kev Brown, and the second one is Black Milk. And Black Milk's beat is a body. It feels like my nose is itching. Black Milk's second beat is a body. And I've been a Black Milk supporter for years, like since Tronic, since Album of the Year. Like I really rock with Black Milk, so I wanted to get out and see his show. But Black told me he was going on at 8:45. Second interview didn't even show up till 9. He was supposed to be there at 7. You figure if we rock out from 7 to 8, I can get to Brooklyn by 8:45 and at least catch most, if not all, of Black Milk show. But the second guest didn't show up till 9 o'clock. And I was too stubborn to leave because I had to get something out of this day. I had to get something out of, this time. Yeah, sugar. Allergies definitely be on that one too, and it's about that time. There it is again. But if you would like to know who the second, I'm not even gonna blow it up. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you a clue. I'm gonna give y'all a clue. Shout out to Black Milk. I'm gonna give you a clue. Hold on, hold on. Come on, damn it. I'm gonna give y'all a clue. Listen, you should try with your busy schedule to do the lives like 4 times a week. I know, but Sugar, you have to understand. You're right. I understand where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. I respect it. I respect that you understand that I'm moving and shaking. I get it. Here's the one thing you're missing. I really like coming in here with y'all, man. I like this. This is like one of my few pleasures, chopping it up. The only thing that takes away from it is I can't see your faces, and I'm working on changing that around so we can actually talk. Like I really like y'all. I like this. I like coming in here and conversing with y'all, man. I can't front on it. I dig this. Y'all my, I know we don't know each other like that, but y'all my peoples. Like, I like coming in here. Jersey Open Topics, what up? CJ the Kid, what up? Like, y'all, I come in here to see Sugar snipe somebody getting out of pocket and hear Justice stories about going to eat good meals with people and the debates back and forth with Meth and Red and CJ and Riz and Sugar's here. Sugar's here. Scroll up. I love the community we got going on in here. So I want to pull up, and it annoys me when I can't. Yesterday annoyed the f. Yesterday annoyed the fuck out of me. I was dead ass annoyed that I could not make it to the live because people were not showing up when they were supposed to. It was the most annoying thing about yesterday was the fact that I couldn't make it to my live. Because this dude's supposed to be in the room. These dudes are supposed to be in the room, and they're stalling, and then they pulling up, and then they're not. And then they're 10 minutes away, and now they just left the house, and then this guy is super late. I like rocking with y'all, man. I'm Sugar. I'm not gonna make no excuses for the fact that I really enjoy congregating with my people. I like fellowshipping with my folk, man. Like all these like-minded folk in here, and we have good talk and have good hip hop. I understand because people are always busy and last minute things do arrive. Just as a music industry veteran, you and I both know that although that's true, 9 times out of 10 these artists be bullshitting. Poorly maintained schedules, not paying attention to their calendar, not paying attention to the clock, taking too long, BSing and dilly dallying. Yes, I use the term dilly dallying in places when they know they got somewhere to be. Publicists don't schedule things out the right way. You and I both know. Yes, last minute things arise, but when you're supposed to be sitting down with me and we get the call that you have a rehearsal that should have been on the schedule, like you scheduled with us, but now you got a rehearsal that you can't make it past. Yo, bro, I'm not trying to hear that. It ain't got nothing to do with last minute things. It's just poor planning by people who don't do what they supposed to do. I admit I wish I could be as busy as you. The busier you are, the means building. Yeah, well, my father used to say, better busy than bored. So I think about that every time I get too busy to do everything I want. I do understand, though, that coming in here and rocking with y'all for an hour and a half, 2 hours is really a luxury. You know what I mean? It's really like a reward. I don't consider this work. This is one of the things I get to do. I get to do my life, but I thoroughly enjoy this part more than I enjoy other parts, and I enjoy it all. I'm grateful for it all, but I really like rocking with y'all. I just can't. I can't make that. I can't front on that. Say what again, mother in the building. Welcome back, King. Mac, what up? How you, brother? B74 Just. Hello, ladies. What up, chat? It's time to put the game's discography on the top 5 of all time in hip hop. We can 100% have that conversation about the game because it does not. The convo definitely doesn't seem to be going away. Thank you for pulling up with a fly topic. We can still talk Dilla and we can still talk DILLAgence. But let me do this. If you want to know the artist that I did get a chance to interview yesterday, who was late and cost me my ability to go to the Black Milk show, but was a super dope interview, and I'm really, really glad I got to talk to him, I'm going to give you a hint. He's on my Instagram right now. I have a post about him on my Instagram with my partner, Gat Taylor. Shout out to Gat Taylor, Making Gat Show. Sugar, no, it's not Bus, because we actually got the bus. He was late, but we actually got the bus. I do believe your artist should show up. They all should. Sugar got it. Sugar got it. I gave you I linked you to my IG so you can go look. Sugar got it. That's who I interviewed yesterday. He was late. But he pulled up and gave us amazing talk. King of the dance hall, Sugar talk that shit. That's exactly one of the records he did for us yesterday. And that was Mr. Sim Simma himself. Absolutely. I found out Simma is the name of his brother. So that whole song, Sim Simma, who got the keys to my beamer? Who am I? The cows them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my truck. That Simma is his brother's name. So he's like, Simma, who's got the keys to my car? And Simma didn't know. So he's like, well, pass me the keys to the truck because I gotta go. I didn't mean for that to run. I gotta go. And that's the whole hook of the song. Pass me the keys to my truck. because Simba didn't know where the keys to the car was, and he had a girl he was trying to meet. And he's like, I'm not trying to make love to no fella. Pass me the keys to the truck. And he gets the truck and he rolls out to go catch this chick. That's the whole. That's the hook. Yeah, yeah. I knew you mean give Riz. Yeah, you learn something new, and that wasn't even a part of the interview. We had an amazing interview, and Beanie is one of those dudes who I'm glad I did not meet until after my source days were over because he's so cool. He's so cool. It's almost impossible to not root for the guy. Sugar has whole dances for when them joints drop. Watch out. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that old Cuban spice with the Miami moves and then the little dance all come on. I can imagine you just going after it. I don't even have to. I'm fully convinced. It probably looks. Don't. It probably looks nothing like what I'm doing. Don't pay this no attention. I know Sugar's not dancing like this. This is my bad interpretation of my bad impersonation of Sugar's 1-2. I know that's what I'm doing right now. Don't take that no way. Did he confirm if Girls Them Sugar is part two to Sim Simma? It's this Girls Them Sugar is the name of the song. So there's two songs and two different mixes. Derek Matthews, what up? Not assuming that I don't even CJ. I don't even know if that was a sincere question. Y'all be bullshitting and catching me. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see Sugar just, but it won't look like this when she does it. It's gonna look a little different. She's not gonna do what I'm doing. Don't pay me no attention. But yes, all day Q Club, the Q Club. If y'all didn't know, the Q Club was in Queens. It was literally like under a bridge. Technically, well, it was still a bridge. Like the Long Island Railroad would go over it, but it was like just underneath one of the grimiest clubs in Queens. But it was so lit. It was so lit from the outside. It was just lit. Legendary Q Club. All day you talking that talk. They don't understand that you talking that talk. Time, what up? Stay consistent and healthy. Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay, somebody's been reading. And the women again. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That was a time, bro. Even not getting in, the women on the line. CJ, I don't start these until I get some water. I started late, which is why my water's almost gone. I'm actually considering if I can make a run to go get some more and kind of leave y'all here to chat, but that feels, I don't know, disrespectful. Thank God for no internet back then. Bruh, we might all be canceled just for what we was thinking. I'm having the flashbacks now. I got Mac Rashawn, the things we had in New York was on a whole different level, and the girls did not have dinosaur eyelashes, and they did what they did, their own hair. I felt like I was in a video. Well, since we're reminiscing, Diligence 2 gives me a lot of the feeling that we had back in those days. There's something about the way Bus gets down over a Dilla beat that just like he's in rare form, and here's this these beats that just make him snap. It's crazy. It's crazy. The lashes are stupid. Just I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know who that's for. Stand by, sugar, because this looks like it might get annoying really quick. Diligence 2 or Documentary 3, since both are fresh out. They're serving two very different needs for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you, CJ. They're two really, really good albums, but they're serving very, very different needs. Busta's confidence is impressive. It's those Dilla beats. He's confident anyway, but it's those Dilla beats, man. What would you think a Dilla and Nas album would have sounded like? I don't know. Great question, but I don't know if I have the answer. Because I think Dilla would push Nas to like really get in his lyric bag. I don't know how that would it would be crazy. It would be crazy. And it's a shame that Dilla didn't live long enough for that to happen. Because there's a few MCs I would like to see Dilla do a project with. I would like to see him do one with Kendrick. I wonder what it would sound like if he did one with Fonte. If he just took over production duties for a Fonte solo album. I would have loved that. Jay is a master MC. I think there's not much Jay can't do. And getting busy over a Dilla beat would Jay is a master. Y'all might get mad. Well, no, you probably won't get mad. I would have liked to have heard a J. Cole J Dilla album. Ha! Call it JJ Fad. That's a dad. That's a hip hop dad joke. Don't pay me no attention. I miss the Far Side too. The original crew. I miss the Far Side too. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Biggie and Dilla would have been the greatest ever. Just jazz samples and pockets like oof, oof. Derek, you talking? You talking that talk? I'm still baffled how good Wayne sound over a Dilla beat. I'm not. I'm not. I was there when that session hit. I'm not. I 100% am not. Wayne is also like really, really good. You listen to some of the stuff he's done already, like he's really good. Like Wayne is an excellent MC. Mac, real quick, are you looking forward to Fat Joe's album tonight? I'm curious. I'm curious to see what kind of inspiration Joe has put together, especially since that last project. I really wasn't feeling that last album. There was too many. I just felt that last album lacked direction overall, and I felt like it felt to me like a that last album kind of felt to me like Fat Joe just like a kid who just went away to college and he's out from under his parents' rule and now he can do whatever he wants. He actually talked like that during like that meet and greet he had for that last album. He was like, there's no A&R, there's no label, I can do what I want. And he did what he wanted, but it's like the kid who forgets that there are rules that don't exist just for rules' sake. There are rules there because they're actually practical and very useful. And it just felt like he just went and did whatever. Yeah, and I felt like the album just didn't have structure. It just felt very random. So yeah, yeah. I'm always curious as to what people who have been in it for a while, like the Matt Dark Side mixtape trilogy was Joe's last hit. Yo, but those were dope. Those were really, really dope. So I'm here for it. I'm here to see what Joe has to do. I'm paying attention to all of it. I'm paying attention to all of it. I'm being entertained way more by the OGs. Ever since the Clips run, the OGs are just dropping and refusing to miss. Like even the weaker albums are still like I'm still happy that they're out. I'm still happy to listen to them. Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna check it. I know I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for the Luda album. I still gotta go check the Ransom album. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm up to my eyeballs in work. We got another important guest pulling up on Friday. Mech and Gat Show, the Mech and Gat Show channel on YouTube, the Mech and Gat Show channel on Instagram. Please go over, follow, subscribe. That Ransom is fire, Mech. Well, Ransom is fire. Like Ransom can Ransom gets busy. So I believe you. I believe you. Thank you for telling me. I believe you. Yeah, I'm gonna go over and get. I'm not going Friday. Laugh out loud. What you mean? Most important. We have a very important, not most important. I would never say that. We have a very important interview on Friday, though. Again, it's one of those things I can't miss. But not that I was gonna miss it, but you get what I'm saying. Y'all cut me a give a little bit of grace here, folks. I'm not feeling. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of. I need more sleep. Yesterday was like between the 9 hours in Miami and then tons of paperwork trying to catch up on Tuesday, and then back at it like a bad habit yesterday. 3 interviews up all day, running around, playing a game of hurry up and wait. And hurry up and wait is exhausting. Hurry up and wait. The good old fashioned music industry game of hurry up and wait is exhausting. Like dead ass. Not 9 hours in Miami. It was like a 9 hour trip top to bottom. But like it hurry up and wait like for an interview. Somebody tell you they coming and then they don't show up and then they're late and then they don't show up and then you're trying to figure out if they're actually pulling up or not. That back and forth is will tire you out. Definitely tell, but why bring it up when you know men have to fight to go through whatever we go through? Just as if Pop said, no excuses. I am not complaining. This is more along the lines of venting. This is not me. Is not me complaining. I get to live this life. You have no idea how grateful I am. None. I am living a life that my father hoped and my mother was afraid of. My mother's still afraid. I'm my in case you didn't know, I'm my mother's crazy kid. It's me. I'm my mom's crazy kid. I showed up with, a gang of tattoos and like piercings and like well one pair my ears pierced and then like I'm my mom's crazy kid. Dreads, I'm my mother's crazy kid. But like she's still afraid of this life. She just wants me to be an accountant. Your parents just want you to be safe. They want you to be safe. They want you to live the softest, most unproblematic life possible. Every parent wants that for their child in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Even when they exert an overabundance of control, it's because they're really afraid of you going in the wrong direction. Then sugar, you know what I'm saying. There's a handful of Charlie Funk. What up? There's certain people are parents and they're not really parents, and they're just abusive. But nine times out of ten, most parents just want safety and comfort and no stress for their children. And my mother wants that for me. And she sees the life that I chose. And because she's never walked in this world, she has no idea what to expect. And it's like, watching your kid turn the corner first and you don't know what's around there. It makes you nervous. She's got all confidence in me, but she ain't got confidence in what's around that corner. So she feels some kind of way. We are what we're meant to be. Yeah, God willing. God willing. We get to be what we're meant to be. God willing. When I got my first tat, my parents lost it. When I got my first tattoo, my mother didn't know it until I left the house halfway through high school. She had no idea that I had gotten a tattoo. I was able to hide it pretty well. But being the only, I was able to hide it pretty well. Being my mother's firstborn son, there wasn't a lot of me walking around with no shirt on. So, and I had sisters in the house. Like there wasn't a lot of that. So I was able to hide my tattoo. Well, she didn't see it till like way after I was out of the house. Too hot in Miami. Well, yeah, I get that. But yeah, man. The Games album, Documentary 3, and Diligence 2 serve very different needs for me. However, as much as I love the Games album, I think there were too many records. I think he really could have consolidated those 20 something tracks and given people a more digestible form of this album. I think he had moments on there, like the same moment was repeated like two or three times with like multiple moments. I think you can condense. He wasn't getting no type of tattoo on Pop's house. He did not believe in tattoos. If you want a tattoo, you have to have your own apartment. I moved out at 16. That's why I was able to. But that's a different story. Yeah, I think the game. I keep it a buck. I didn't want Diligence to be as long as it was. It's 19 tracks. I didn't want that to be as long as it was. I wanted him to hold a few back and throw it on Diligence 3 and just drop another one, which he still may do because he's got, Lord knows, he's got enough beats for Diligence 3. But I'm not. I personally and professionally am not a fan of long albums. I think 15 is pushing it. I think 11 is like optimal. I think 15 is pushing it. I think 12 is perfect. Like 6 and 6, I think that's perfect. But I think like anything over that, you're risking the ADHD of the younger generation. You're risking running headlong into their ADHD, and you're risking the I ain't got time for that impatience factor of the grown crowd. The I got kids to feed, I got food to cook, I got beds to make, I got dishes to do, and it was one thing when our parents, depending on what generation you are, it was one thing when our parents would play music and it was music that was in the background that you grew up listening to. For instance, Solo, what up? AJ Wise, what up? It was one thing, and this is the difference between our parents' music and hip hop. This is one thing. This is the difference between that 80s R&B and soul music and like early 90s 2010s like hip hop music. Specifically early 90s, early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, late 80s, 90s period hip hop music. There's a real difference between point A and point B. Our parents used to play their music in the background all day, right? That's how I became acquainted with Smokey Robinson, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder. My father was a huge Earth, Wind and Fire fan. My mother was a huge Marvin Gaye fan. My aunts put me on to Stevie Wonder. I became a huge Stevie Wonder fan off the strength of that. However, the difference between their music and our music is their music was harmony and melody based. You didn't necessarily have to pay attention to the lyrics in order to get the gist of the song. You can kind of float in and out and just let the song play behind you all day while you clean the house, all day while you're doing work, all day while you're, whatever you're doing in the crib, fixing a lawnmower, whatever, like cooking dinner. The music could play in the background and you could just sing along and you knew the hook, and then maybe it took you a little more time to learn the lyrics, but you're really just kicking it, you're just enjoying it, you're just listening to it. Hip hop's not like that. Hip hop is a music of words, not the harmony, sure, but it dead ass is a okay. So yeah, there you go, Yamina. You play Sade in the background, no matter what you're doing, the music just kind of blends into the environment. It actually helps create the mood. So it's perfect music to ignore. It just exists behind you and you can do your one too. Hip hop is not like that. It's not like that. Not the kind of hip hop I'm describing. All day I hear where you're coming from, but now it's just the music I'm describing, the hip hop I'm describing from out of the 90s was heavily lyric based. An album like Diligence, Bus is aiming for bars on that album. You have things these MCs pioneered the rewind factor when we start talking about lyrics. You had to go back and listen to that again. Wait, what did he just say? You had to listen to it again. That's not background music. That's forefront music. That's headphone music. You can't really concentrate on anything else while you're sifting through these ultra dense lyrics that have like 2 and 3 meanings per bar, 2 and 3 different interpretations per bar. Excuse me. With that said, how could you possibly with that said, extending an album past 10 some odd tracks, 11 tracks, like extending an album anywhere past like 14, 15 tracks, yo, you asking to lose people's attentions because they can't just leave your music on in the background and really appreciate it, really get into it. They gotta listen. We're talking about headphone music. The game is making headphone music. You really have to listen to what's being said. Bus, definitely making headphone music. He's got lessons in there. He's got gyms in there. He's got shit talk in there. He's got street talk in there. He's got hip hop talk in there. You have to hear, and if you're not listening, you're gonna miss these nuances. You're gonna miss these little subtle slips and jabs. Same thing with game. When you start rapping like that, everything that's being said is something that the setup and then the punch. The setup is an end and punch. If you miss the setup, the punch doesn't really make sense, especially if they ain't all baggers. Well, that's part of the problem, Dre, because even if they are all bangers, you're gonna miss most of them. You're gonna miss a good chunk of them. If the beat doesn't pull you in enough to go listen to the lyrics, you're gonna miss that banger. That's how we have songs. We go back through and we discover that the song is fire because somewhere in the mix is where our attention span cut off and we just missed it. So I've never been a fan of like long albums when we start talking about hip hop music, especially hip hop lyricists. If your thing is lyrics and your thing is bars, you should not be tempting fate and asking, your listener to find time to give you undivided attention. You're asking for it. Cannabis is the master of long tracks. Quietly, I think that's why his albums didn't do what we wanted them to do. As talented as he is, as dope as he is with a pen, You got to know when to say when. I did not mean for that to rhyme. You have to know when to stop. Unfortunately, way too many MCs give people the albums that the MCs want, and they stop trying to give the people the albums that the people want. You're doing this for you. You hear him tell them all the time, I did this album for me. Okay, well, you did it for you, but it's not for you. It's for them. It's for the people. It's for your personal garage. I have a garage. What I do is I'm doing it for the garage. You got to do it for your fans. Like it's not about you. Your fans provide you feedback, outlet, life therapy. Like they give you all these things. It's not about you. That's selfish. It can't be about what you want specifically. You're already getting what you want. You get to make the album. You get to put your thoughts on paper. You get to perform the songs in front of people. You're already getting what you want. You have to give them what they want. That's why they're coming to you, because you're the best at providing the thing that they want for themselves. That's what we're talking about here. It can't be any other way. So I'm never going to I'm never gonna understand that. I'm never gonna understand that. It seems so simple to me. We have complex lyrical exercises happening over beats. Whether the beats are complicated or not, you want people to listen to your shit, you have to cater to their attention span and their bandwidth during the day. Especially if you're a grown artist, you have your fan base is all adults. They all got stuff to do. They're as busy as you are, probably busier. They can't have you on in the background and really focus and listen to what it is you're doing. They got to play you in the car. They got to play you when they're on the treadmill. They got to play you like maybe when they're in the den, or maybe when they're in the apartment and there's nothing really happening, and they're playing video games or whatever they're doing to decompress. That's when they start playing you. You expect to have like heavy complex lyrics playing in the back when when sweetheart sugar is cleaning the house, and you got these super heavy dense lyrics. Only two things can happen. One, she's either gonna stop every 5 seconds to hear that dope ass lyric that she just missed, or she's gonna think she missed the bar. She's gonna stop, she's gonna rewind it, she's gonna play it again, and therefore it's going to take her absolutely forever to clean the house. Or two, she's going to really focus on cleaning the house, and she's going to miss all the bars because she couldn't stop long enough. She couldn't focus on what was happening in the background and take a concentration off of what she's doing. It's an L. It's an L. 10 tracks, 9 tracks, 11 tracks, 12 tracks. You create a quick movie. It's an in and out thing. And you give people, especially if you're on some bars type business. If you're talking bars, you got to give these people, you got to give your fan base room to digest. I'm sure Sugar can walk and chew gum at the same time, but she walk, chew gum at the same time and talk on the phone without being rude? Why would you make her do that? I applaud. I applaud. I think you mean people that have the bandwidth to listen to Twister. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Speed rap plus plus heavy bars. Like, bro, you really have to sit down and put your headphones on for that. And I think some artists just they forget that. They don't take that into account. $2 super chat from No Way Brick. Unc, you on NBA 2K7? It's grind season. No, no, sir. No, sir. I don't really play this. This is gonna sound foul, but don't take it this. Don't take it that way. I don't mean this to be foul. I don't have any video games. The last setup I had was an original Xbox, and that kind of came and went. Actually, I still have it, but then I started playing DVDs on it, and then little by little, I think the last 2K I got was 2K12. Yeah, I don't. Video games ain't really my thing. As you can see, life, no way brick. Just so you retired. Yeah, pretty much. Life be whooping my ass, bro. Like you weren't here. I don't know if you were here earlier to hear the rundown of this week's schedule so far. I haven't even gotten into what's coming up over the weekend and tomorrow. I got like another interview to do on Friday. That's gonna take a good chunk of the day. I have a birthday party to get ready to go to on Saturday. And first of all, no way break. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Just appreciate that. I don't want to leave that out. Excuse me. And I have like a one of my fancier friends is having a birthday party this Saturday that I can't miss because he invited me like damn near a month ago. Yeah, all day I feel you. Like, passport stamps. Like no, hold on. But I do wanna say I respect and appreciate the gaming culture, the gaming world. I'm one of those brothers who taught you guys how to waste time. I was playing Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them dudes. I'm not anti video games, and I will always have a special place in my heart for the first Halo because my father actually brought me that Xbox and he brought me that game. So I will probably never get rid of it. It's sentimental now. My pops really wanted me to have it. He saw me having a good time. He really wanted me to have it. And salute, I love my pop, but I maybe, and that might be it too. If I'm keeping it a buck with you, that might be it too. I couldn't make myself. It was hard to bring myself to get fully into gaming after my pop passed because that was something like like something he provided for me directly, and like moving on from that is kind of like I don't know. I don't know. Don't read too much into it, but yeah, I wasn't able to get back into video games. So yeah, no way. My jersey. I don't even know if my jersey's in the rafters. My jersey might not even be in the stores. 4.99 super chat of No Way Brick. I appreciate your musical history knowledge. What's your thoughts on Tory Lanez and Future's albums? I like them. I haven't listened to those yet. I've been super. I'll tell you the albums that have been eating up my clock. Razcast, Leopard Eat Face, just taking me everywhere. And talk about bars. Like Razcast is people sleep on that dude, and it's nasty work. He's the original West Coast Golden Child, and people really sleep on him. It's nasty. Razcast, Leopard Eat Face, in direct contrast, The Game, Documentary 3. This DILLAgence album is now entered the chat. So I'm just, going nuts on that. And what else am I listening to? And I still have Ransom's album on schedule. Like I still got to get over there and get to Ransom's album. So yeah, no, I'm not doing super well in keeping up on all the projects because again, these are dense lyrics. It's one of the reasons I haven't like these are dense lyrics. Like if I'm going from point A to point B, it's hard to even zone out and get into the kind of hip hop that I actually like. Tory Lanez and Future, we're not talking dense lyrics, but I do want to give those a spin. Rest in peace, my favorite basketball player of all time, the Black Widow, Alamo. Alamo, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Alamo. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. Rest in peace. Like but Tim Roth. Rest in peace. Few people that we done lost. Leon, not Leon. Old Eddie Kane from the Five Heartbeats passed away. No Way Brick. His name is Ras Cass. No T. KASS. Soul on Ice was the first album. Rassassination was the one after that, and the latest one, not that those are the only ones, but the latest one is called Leopard Eat Face. Please go check it. You'll have a field day. Um, I'm not going to keep you out too long because as you can see, I'm dragging ass. I'm really trying to Rascast how to kill it all day. All day. Um, Times that we had one Atari system in the house, and that was for all the boys that wasn't even old enough to play the game. When I got older, got in the streets in New York City. I'm at Rucker Park. Yeah, well, time that you understand exactly how it. I almost got into basketball, and then I discovered hip hop, and everything went out the window after that. Dead ass, dead ass. But Keefy D still here. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. 80-year-old with bad makeup, wigs, and big boobs, and you went and got Dolly Parton. Wrong 80-year-old with bad makeup, wigs, and big boobs, man. Wrong one. Yeah, once hip hop hit, it'd be a wrap. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep y'all on too much longer, but I'm gonna take a little survey in the room right now. I don't know how many people are in here. Not too many people. Okay, so thank you. I mean, well, thank you for the people who are hanging out. Not too many folks came in, but it's all good. How do y'all feel about merch from this channel? I I want to be able to show you some things. I want to be able to show you some stuff, and I want to get your opinion on it. This could just be something for me, or this could be something that I actually, sell. But I don't know how. I'd rather get my immediate crew. I'd rather get the thoughts of my immediate crew on stuff like this. I got some samples, and I kind of want to show these to y'all. Something I will where I can get something, but not a lot. Right. Um, so y'all know I like to wear, good old fashioned Earth Magic. The same woman who makes these for me, she makes my soap, she makes my skincare stuff. Hoodies and tanks are coming. Hoodies and tanks are coming, but I was thinking about collaborating with her on something like this. These are logo pieces. I don't know if you can see. Well, you can see the M. You can make the M out. These are like logo pieces, and she like kind of cooked up two examples of what it would look like if we went ahead and did it. I would collaborate with her. And I know I like rocking them, but I like rocking them for me. So I don't know if this is something like the crew would want to invest in. But like that's my actual logo right there. The M with the crown on it. That's my actual logo. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Just show us what you got. We'll keep it 100 with you. That's what I'm appreciating. But real talk, I'd rock the bracelets. Okay. You did live with her on IG. Yes. Same lady. She makes my stuff. She makes all my stuff. And I just, it probably, of course they would be different colors. The only thing with her, I buy that's tight. Okay. I'm just reading the feedback here, y'all. Those are fire. Okay, wait, thank you. Jersey. Okay, that's dope. I'd rock them. Met some regular thumbs up. I'd buy those. I'd buy B74. That's tight. Christopher Wilson. Stone and Shadow. You got it. Sugar. You got it, Sugar. Stone and Shadow. My only thing with her is she hand makes this stuff. All my stuff is custom. All these like the wrap stones that I have, all of this stuff she did with her hands. And I don't know how she would take orders, but I'd be starting small You know what I mean? Pre-order only. I'd probably, Sugar, you just solved the whole. You know what? You get a pin drop for that. My notorious pin. You get a pin drop for that. Pre-order only. That way we know who's serious, and she can do her 1-2 and deliver. And she and I would like split the proceeds, and I could reinvest back into the channel. Can we pick the color? Yeah, that's the other thing because I got blue and black here, and this is kind of like a navy blue, like a bunch of a few different shades of blue, and this one's all black. But I would want to do red. I would want to do like shades of green. Um, Excuse me. Anything handmade is going to be a little expensive, but it's authentic. Time. That's my point. Like I want to make sure that there's some kind of quality in it. You know what I mean? And she does not. She refuses to mass make anything. She gets the stones. She wraps them. She does the energy work to them. I would definitely have to get a shade of green. It would be something like this. It would be something like this. Like, yeah, like she don't mass produce nothing. Um, all day you are a menace. You are a menace to this live. You are a menace. As a grown ass man, you are a menace. I'm glad you brought this up, Mac. I've been low key admiring your wrist game for for a while. Okay, all right, Dre. So there you go. I'm about to. It sounds like um my knees on Maxima is green peanut butter. My Nissan. That's you wrote knees on. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misses, bunnies and blisses, I'd like to thank you for pulling up to the garage, home to the worldwide mechanics. As always, hit the like, hit the hype, hit the sub. This is the fast way to show your boy love. Hang up your coveralls, hang up your tool belt. Let's get this car off the rack and see where it's at, especially if it's a knees on. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. That was my cue. We will talk about the merch and everything else, but that I've seen it. I've officially seen enough to know I've seen too much. God bless y'all. Everybody be safe. I will see y'all tomorrow. I am. Don't you dare go. Don't you dare go. Go share a good meal with some good people, but don't you dare go to the dealership and ask for knees on. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Garage is now officially closed for the evening. Peace. Y'all give me gas.